Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best budget 4K HDR smart QLED TVs.
Starting at number 5.
HiSense 50-inch class. We recommend a PFS phosphor TV, the HighSense A65K, for the best cheap TV. It's just as colorful as TVs with quantum dot technology but at a lower price point. It delivers decent overall picture quality, with good black uniformity, but lacks advanced features like local dimming. It can't get bright enough to overcome glare in a bright room, although it does well in a moderately lit room with its good reflection handling. HDR content looks acceptable, with visually appealing saturated colors, but it's not bright enough to bring out the content creator's intent. If this matters, a more expensive model like the HighSense U6/U6K is better. It's still a cheap TV, though, and it has limited picture processing capabilities and fewer features than the more expensive models on this list. It doesn't process low-quality content as well as on other TVs, although thankfully, its upscaling capabilities are good. This cheap TV offers gamers a few features: a good response time, extremely low input lag, and VRR support. For the price, the HighSense A65K is an attractive package, although, unfortunately, it's a Costco exclusive.
Coming at number 4.
HiSense 55-inch. The best budget QLED TV we've tested is the HiSense U6/U6K. It's a well-rounded option with surprisingly good picture quality. This HiSense has excellent contrast, so dark scenes look amazing in a dark room, with little blooming around bright areas of the screen. It also has good peak brightness in SDR and decent reflection handling, so glare isn't an issue in a brighter room. It has an excellent color volume, making this TV very colorful overall. It's bright enough in HDR for a pleasant viewing experience, and just like the HiSense U8/U8K and HiSense U7K, it supports both HDR10+ and Dolby Vision HDR, although it doesn't support advanced DTS audio formats as those models do. Unfortunately, its image processing is significantly worse than on the higher-tier HiSense TVs, so there's visible digital noise when watching low bitrate content from streaming platforms. Still, it's a great TV for gaming, as it has superbly low input lag and VRR support for a responsive, nearly tear-free gaming experience. Unlike its more expensive siblings, it's limited to a 60 Hz refresh rate, which is disappointing for gamers wanting to take full advantage of their Xbox Series X, PS5, or recent gaming GPU. Finally, like the other HiSense TVs, it runs the latest Google TV interface, and it supports hands-free voice control through either Google Assistant or Alexa to quickly open your favorite apps or search for content.
At number 3.
HiSense 55-inch. The HiSense U7K is the best lower mid-range QLED TV we've tested. It's an impressive TV with a similar mini LED backlight to the HiSense U8/U8K, although it has fewer dimming zones and isn't as bright, and its contrast isn't quite as good. Still, the cheaper HiSense has a very wide color gamut, excellent contrast, and superb black uniformity, so it's a tremendous choice for watching HDR movies as they really pop in a dark room. It also has fantastic reflection handling with very good HDR peak brightness, so it's no slouch in a bright room. Unfortunately, it has a narrow viewing angle, just like its higher-tier sibling. However, it still supports Dolby Vision HDR and HDR10+ formats, as well as advanced DTS audio formats, so you can take full advantage of whatever content you're watching. It has the same good image processing as the U8K, making it a cost-effective home entertainment TV. The built-in Google TV platform is easy to use and has a ton of apps you can download, so you don't need to buy an external streaming box. It has a great selection of additional gaming features, including VRR support to reduce screen tearing and up to 4K at 144 Hz on its two HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports. In some ways, it's an even better gaming TV than the more expensive HiSense due to its faster refresh rate, leading to a slightly more responsive gaming experience overall.
Number 2 of my list.
Samsung 55-inch. Although not technically a QLED TV, This list would be incomplete if we didn't mention the Samsung S90C OLED. While the other TVs on this list use an LED backlight with a quantum dot layer to achieve a wider color gamut, the S90C uses an OLED backplane and a printed quantum dot color layer on all of its models except on the QLED-equipped 83-inch size. This combination results in much better color volume than QLED displays while delivering deeper, more uniform blacks than the other QLED TVs on this list that use LED backlights. This TV certainly offers standout picture quality, even when compared to the HiSense U8/U8K, at a higher cost. Unfortunately, its low-quality content smoothing isn't as good as the HiSense, and it doesn't support Dolby Vision HDR or advanced DTS audio formats, making it a bit less interesting for home theater fans. Thankfully, it has a much wider viewing angle than the HiSense, so it's the TV to get for a wide seating arrangement. Like the HiSense, it supports every VRR technology to minimize tearing in games, and it supports up to 4K at 144 Hz on all 4 of their HDMI ports, 120 Hz on the 83-inch size. It has a near-instantaneous response time and even faster input lag than the HiSense, so it's a better choice for competitive gamers. If you have money to burn, you could opt for the Samsung S95C OLED instead. It's brighter than the S90C, but for most people, it's not worth the significant price premium over its lower-tier sibling. The 2024 Samsung S90D will be released soon with a few new features included and will be available in more sizes. Unfortunately, Samsung has made the choice to release the same TVs with both QLED and QD-OLED panels, and there won't be a clear distinction made between them. This will surely cause confusion as there is no easy way to tell what panel type you're purchasing.
And number 1.
HiSense 55-inch. The best QLED TV we've tested is the HiSense U8/U8K. It's an excellent TV with impressive picture quality and a mini LED backlight, which lets it display deep, uniform blacks with almost no noticeable blooming in dark scenes, so HDR movies look fantastic. Its QLED panel delivers a superbly wide color gamut and fantastic color volume, making colors bright, vibrant, and realistic. It also has fantastic reflection handling and exceptional peak brightness, so it looks great even in the brightest rooms. An improvement over the 2022 HiSense U8/U8H, the U8K has much better image processing than its predecessor, and it supports both Dolby Vision HDR and HDR10+. The cherry on top is its advanced DTS audio format support, so content sounds and looks its best no matter its source. It's a fantastic gaming TV, with HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on 2 of its HDMI ports for up to 4K at 144 Hz gaming. It supports all VRR technologies, has extremely low input lag, and has a good response time for a responsive gaming experience. It's one of the few TVs on the market that supports Dolby Vision at 4K at 120 Hz, which is great for Xbox Series X gamers. Unfortunately, the TV has a narrow viewing angle, so it's not a great choice for a wide seating arrangement. If you have deep pockets, Hisense has a limited-release super high-end product, the HiSense UX. It's better than the U8K overall, but for a massive price increase, it's likely not worth it for most people.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.